Welcome to another episode of Ramble. I think it's going to be called Ramble. Maybe Blindly Rambling. Not sure. But here we go. This is going to be a video about me and my sense of humor. And this might explain a couple of past videos. It might not. But let's start. So, my sense of humor is this. I'm very dark. I love dark humor. And I pretty much can joke about anything and everything. And nothing's off limits to me. And that gets me into trouble sometimes. You can imagine some of the shit I say. My sense of humor also, not only is it dark, it can be very sexual, very fast. I can pretty much turn anything into a sexual reference, into something very sexual, anything like that. Not afraid to admit it. Another form of my sense of humor is reference. Like, I can make a ton of references, whether it's referencing past videos, pop culture, politics, real life stuff happening in the news, old school TV, new school TV, movies, video games. You can pretty much get the point. Like, I can usually bring up a reference of something off the top of my head. And another thing, I can be very, improv. I love improvisational humor. I aspire to be an improvisational comedian, but I'm blind and I know it's not an excuse, but I just don't know where to start, where to begin, and if I'm actually comfortable getting out there. And as I said, I'm not afraid to be rejected. It's just, I don't know if the risk is worth it. That's why I'm doing this YouTube channel. This is a small start for me. I'm just going to post videos of me rambling, talking about different topics, get into serious topics, funny topics, video games, movies, pop culture, stuff like that. So hopefully you stick around and be a long-time subscriber of mine. Or just find my videos. So, back to sense of humor. Some of my friends, as I said, don't understand my sense of humor, but they laugh. And sometimes they get my jokes. Sometimes my jokes are too, I would say, too sexual, maybe, too dark. Like, I can get very dark, and it happens sometimes, and I have to realize who I am around at certain times, and realize certain people don't have the same sense of humor as I do. I'm not downing any of my friends, it's just each person's sense of humor is different, and I like that. I like having a lot of different sense of humors around me so I can learn. And as I said, I love psychology. I love the interaction between another person and another person. So, basically, sometimes my sense of humor gets me into trouble. Or someone doesn't get a joke. Someone doesn't like a joke. It's just, there's all sorts of things that happen to me with my sense of humor. And I wish there was a magical button I can press and everyone would understand all my jokes and all that. But I know it's not going to happen. If that happened, a ton of comedians would make money. I'd be rich. We'd all be rich. I almost said witch, like I have a, W instead of an R. But yeah, so that's why in my first video I have side comments. Some of those side comments didn't go over well with some of my friends, but it's just like, I try to do what I think is funny, and I know sometimes it's too much and all that, but just, I can't take it back. I can't go back in time. And it sucks I can't go back in time and change some of the stuff I said, but at the time of recording, at the time I think about something, whatever comes to mind, I can usually decipher whether to say it or not, but sometimes I just go for it. And some of us don't have a filter on our head that should have a filter. Like, I'm not going to name any famous names, but some people should just shut the fuck up. And you know what you can do? If you have a problem with me, you can sanction me. Sanction me with your army. Wait a minute, You don't have an army, so why don't you shut the fuck up? Shut the fuck up. That reference now is from Dave Chappelle. I'll just tell you straight up. Dave Chappelle, I love his comedy. I've seen all his comedy stand-ups. I've seen his Dave Chappelle show, all 3 seasons, the Lost episodes, so that was from that. I hope it goes over well, and I don't know if it will, but yeah, so people, my advice to people is you're going to encounter some people that aren't funny, that are not as funny as you, that are different funny, that are too sexual, not sexual enough, which that's my kind of person. Yo, hit me up if you want to talk sex at time. But honestly, everyone has different senses of humors. I don't know if that's a correct phrase. Not sure, but here we go. Just try to understand the person's trying to be funny and either go easy on them, or if they want the criticism, if you think they can handle the criticism, go ahead and criticize. But don't criticize if you're not able to be criticized yourself. Don't dish out what you can't handle. That's a huge thing I believe in, is if you're going to talk smack, be able to take the smack back. So, yeah. I'll leave you with those words. Have a great day. Have a great night. Take care, everyone.